Hello.
Hello.
Oh. Oh. Wait, no. Loogamon's not in this chapter.
Nope.
Sir not appearing in this chapter.
Hmm?
The Monty Python bit, Sir not appearing in this film.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, never mind. So, well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where in the world you're tuning in from. Welcome to episode 34 of the Crowm podcast mini.
34?
35?
35? This is chapter
This is
34.
This is
so-
3-4, so this would be 35.
Yeah.
This is tripping me up.
Mm.
Of the Crowm podcast mini, we are looking at Digimon Seekers chapter 3-4. I am your gogglehead, Eiji, joined along by Miss Megmon.
Hello. I
And
already said hello.
you did, but you know what? It's polite. No harm
Hello.
in saying it again. Hello. Hello. What's all this then? We're about to talk about the Digimon, innit?
Are you some kind of digi-police?
What's all this then? I ain't no Digibobby. That boy ain't right. That mon ain't right. So you can tell, like, there's really nothing of note in this chapter.
Nope.
This is like,
I mean, that should be something of note, but
this image is like, this is the most toyetic chapter we've had so far. Like, they open up Ryusenji Electronics, so we have our time skip, and they've opened up, like we kind of posited before, like this chapter would be a time skip, and like it'd be them opening up the business.
Yeah.
So they call it Ryusenji Electronics, and then like a couple of lines later, they call it Ryusenji Laboratories.
Yeah.
Like, which is it? Which is it?
Like they said, like they're painting the name on the door.
Yeah.
So Saya's writing it on the door, right? And then they put up the mailbox with the name on it as well.
Yeah.
So is there two different names on the door and the mailbox?
Great business strategy. But yeah, so they've set the business up, and Ryusenji is in a considerable amount of debt.
Yeah.
Because he had to put a lot, even though he got venture capital from like sponsors and from the university, he basically had to pour his life savings into this.
Yeah.
Even though he was getting a lot of venture capital. And there's even a line where he's like, "Oh yeah, Sai is going to inherit all this debt. I'm sorry."
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but you know.
Well, I'm sure by the stage he's at now in the main story, he's
it's clear.
that back.
Oh, the way this chapter ends, definitely.
Yeah.
Like the way this little segment ends, because yeah, like, so they've opened up the business, and Ryusenji is talking about the digital monster dock system, or Digimon dock for short. And you know, we're seeing, and you get to see the image that we have on screen here with Saya holding out the dock. And this is the same dock Eiji was using all the way back when Ryusenji was when he first hired him. And
the one he threw in the bin.
Yeah, the one he threw in the bin, yeah. So so I guess we were talking about before is like the blueprints for this version of the dock must just be out there, and it's up to you to like scavenge the parts and put it together. But they start talking about like how they could make a product out of it, and how people could raise their own digital pets, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm being advertised to. It's weird.
Ryusenji Electronics is just Bandai.
It's basically just Bandai. But it's so weird because obviously, right, like I'm used to media trying to sell me things, right? I grew up in the age of Transformers and the tail end of He-Man and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Street Sharks and Digimon and Pokemon, or everything's a big advert.
Yeah.
This has been the only chapter so far where I've gone, oh no, they're actually like, this is, yeah, it's not subtext, or it's not subliminal. It is. Wouldn't it be great? Yeah, wouldn't it be great if everybody had one of these?
Even when he gave Eiji the bracelet, it wasn't. I didn't feel like they were trying to sell you the bracelet.
No.
Oh, excuse me.
Like even the way the image is structured. Now there is like story context to this because even though they introduce the Digimon dock, they introduce it again.
Yeah. The way I read it is that Ryusenji does the whole, what's his name? Futurama? Good news, everyone!
Farnsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of does that to all three of them and goes, hey, it's ready. And then Yulin is like, what the heck is that? And Saya puts it in her hand and holds it out to her to show her what it is.
Yeah, but then we get told this is the Digimon dock again. And there's a fun little line as well where like Yulin's like, is that an egg? And she's like, yeah, it's a Digitama. So to my knowledge, this is the first time Digitama has entered Western vernacular.
Yeah.
Because they explain, that it comes from tamago, which does mean egg, but tamago is cuter rather than egg.
Yeah.
So they're calling it a Digitama. I'm like, you didn't even try to like translate or localize that line at all.
Yeah.
You could have easily done something like, is that an egg? Yeah, we're calling them digi-eggs. Doesn't it sound cute? And moved on.
Like that, yeah.
Moved on.
The digi part of the egg could have been the cuter part of it to make,
yeah.
Because we put digi in front of everything.
Yeah, exactly. Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know it was coming? Our Digi Destiny starts today, so let me hear you say. Oh. Oh, chat.
There's no chat today, sweetie. This is a recording.
Digimon's in the chat, please. in the comments. Digimon in the comments. But yeah, no, we do. Like in the West, like especially in the 90s, they put Digi in front of everything.
Yeah.
You Digi dork. You Digi this. You like it was like, okay, we get it. We get it. It's like watching modern Power Rangers.
Sometimes I do it for a joke, and you're like, "Yeah, that's the thing," and I'm like, "Oh."
yeah. No, it is like I've seen clips of like the new Cosmic Fury show, and I was like, okay, this is a show that Nickelodeon had no hand in. It's the third part of the Dino Fury show, which Nickelodeon, were a part of, and it was airing on their thing, right? But every other line is like, that's a Cosmic Fury win! That's a Cosmic Fury attack! This is a Cosmic Fury Zor! Oh, it's like, oh my god, shut up!
We know.
There's advertising, and then there's like beating the children over the head.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like,
imagine how annoying those children would be around the house.
Yeah, I know, and I'm trying to imagine like the original 90s show being like, that's a Mighty Morphin win! I'm like, no, please. Why? So that's kind of what this feels like. When you put Digi in front of everything, it's those 90s sensibilities are like rearing their ugly head and roaring like Godzilla to say they're still here and haven't gone away.
You've been reading an ad this whole time.
Yeah, a Digi ad. But
it was me advertising.
It was me. It was me, AJ. It was me all along. And just me in the corner sobbing. Son of a bitch.
Don't take my wallet.
Yeah. But yeah, there's really nothing else to this. Like, there's a couple of jokes about like what to like the university's name was finalized. It was called the Tokyo University of Electrical and Computer Engineering. So Saya was like, so Tokyo Electrical? And Yulin's like, no. Well, it sounds like a power company. So how about Tokyo Computer U? And they're like workshopping names, I guess, for the student body to shorthand the university for. Also, Yulin is back to being Yulin rather than Yue Ling.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say we're responsible for that, and we should take credit for shaming Bandai into using the original translation of her name. Because I don't think they double back on it later on in the chapter.
I think they do. No, there she is again.
Yeah.
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 So it seems we've shamed them into getting her name right. Or at least sticking to a translation. Yeah, that's all I wanted. Just if you want to call her Yue Ling, Zhu Yue Ling, go for it. Just stick to it.
Yeah, go back and change it in every chapter and just stick to it.
Yeah. You know. But like, yeah, so like there's a lot of talk about like how in 10 years like the Denrin district area will be complete and it'll be this hub of like multiculturalism and business and technology
yeah.
and all of that. And it's it's nice to see that the characters what I for how short this chapter is, what I do like is that you're seeing this from this perspective of like we're on the forefront of change. The forefront of change. Sorry. That's a cookie for you if you get that reference. But like there's like but you are seeing it from their perspective, their hopes, their wants, their dreams for all of this.
Yeah.
And like it really and we know it's all going to go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
And just how we're going to get there. But like Saya is like yeah, so like Ryusenji like he's like, behold, an experimental external storage device designed to record the actions of AI life forms, the digital monster dock system. And then Yulin's like, digital monsters, eh? And then Saya's like, yeah, the Digimon dock for short. It looks like a toy. But and then like a couple of paragraphs later, it's like, oh yeah, it's called a Digimon dock. Here you are. So but I do like talking about like how Kosuke is like Kosuke and Ryusenji are basically the brains of the operation. Ryusenji's the electrical engineer and Kosuke is like everything else. No,
he's not exactly.
He's the programmer. Like he's a natural for programming, while Tomonori is the electrical engineer, and they're the brain trust of the group.
But we know that Saya is a genius.
Yeah,
and has a bunch of accolades to attest to that.
Yeah, and Yulin, they haven't. They didn't really go into like what her talents are.
I'm guessing she's also some kind of programmer.
That would be my guess.
Coding and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and she's also trilingual.
Yeah.
So we know that from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So she's obviously Japanese, Chinese, and English. She can speak. So they put her front and center to speak to the investors and whatever else. And then we're seeing those keywords again throughout the chapter, like humanity's irreplaceable companions.
It really reminded me of when the guy in Gremlins, the dad, brings him home and he's all like, they could be man's new best friend and all that.
Yeah.
With Mogwai, and I'm like, oh, look how that turned out.
Yeah. But yeah, like, but again, like we're just seeing how we're still just reveling, I think, in the sort of camaraderie between all these characters and sort of how much trust they all have in each other, and
it's building up to like them more, but we know what's coming also, so there's kind of a underlying terror there.
Exactly, yeah. Like
we're like, oh, Saya's so lovely and sweet. Oh no.
Oh no, she gonna die. And then like Tomonori, like he's really enthusiastic about what he's doing, which we see shades of that in the Ryusenji we know, but the Ryusenji we know is also very dialed back.
Yeah, like he's still quirky and just eccentric, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
But flair for life is not something I would associate with our Ryusenji.
No. A bit more, level-headed.
Yeah. A researcher first, but had the heart of a dreamer. Is he the biggest dreamer? Sorry. It set itself up for that one. So he's laying out a world in which kids raise these digital monsters as pets. Yep, we're just selling. Honestly, with all the like vital bracelet chips that they're releasing, I'm kind of surprised they haven't released this as a special edition VPET yet.
It's probably going to be one of those weird lottery things where only several people can get them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I'd love a VPET like I'd order. Like, I still need to get the ones from Digimon Con. But I like if Zen and
Cool
Turn
to have that with the other ones.
yeah, like if Zen and TCG turn was like, oh yeah, hey, this is gonna be on Premium Bandai, but we can get it in for you. Yeah, sure, take all my money.
I
Because
never
it
know if
just
they're like,
looks they've done a good done a good job of making it look prototypey.
yeah. I'm trying to read what it.
Uh DMP 001.
Yeah, see, all I can see is Ampui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. DM Poo
Yeah, Poo
1.
1.
Yeah. Yeah. Digital Monster Portable, I guess.
Yeah.
001. But like Eiji's had the same code, so I don't think one relates to the unit as opposed to the version of the unit.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Like the modern VPETs we know would be version 2, 3, 4, who knows. And then like, that's kind of it. Like there's not a whole lot else that happens. It goes on, like it kind of brings us back up to the future then, because like they get really excited that it looks like the Digitama is about to hatch. And then we kind of cut, I guess, maybe to the future. It's kind of ambiguous, but they're saying like the Digimon dock fulfilled its purpose and humans could at last keep Digimon somewhat comfortable and raise them longer than ever before. And research made leaps and bounds into the wake of this momentous achievement. The creatures formerly came to be known as digital monsters, Digimon for short, and sponsors poured money into the field. Only Bandai would pour money into the field. It was obvious to anyone paying attention that Digimon could well be the AI key to shifting the balance of power on the net over the next decade or two.
You can see why all the governments would want to invest in that.
Exactly.
And why they seemingly have.
And why they, yeah,
future.
because Nation X, totally not Russia, had a Mugen Draymon for crying out loud. So, whether or not Digimon were living beings was a debate for another day. They were of practical use now, and that was what mattered. As the money poured in, Ryusenji's stature within the university and academia at large continued to grow.
So, more money means more research, more products, more.
Yeah, so I like this seems like, and we can
sort of he came to power.
Yeah, and we can kind of infer from this that like that massive debt he was talking about at the start of the chapter, like that's gone.
Yeah,
like that kind of paid for itself.
Yeah.
So
his investment was worth it.
Yeah. But like overall, like I really do love this bit where like they all kind of like get starstruck over the Digitama about to hatch.
Yeah, because up until this point, they've all just been numbers that they could read.
Yeah. But now they're seeing something like in tangible form.
They were saying that, was it Yulin who was looking at all the numbers on screen and was like, it's kind of cute, or Saya was looking at Yulin's screen or something, and we had decided there was a Madoki Betamon on screen.
Oh yeah.
But it was just all numbers, like matrix code or something.
Yeah, because they had specifically mentioned that it was amphibian in nature, and we were like, oh, so it's a Betamon. Yeah.
He's got a collection in his dungeon.
Yeah. So, but like, I love this because it's honestly these last few lines where they all get incredibly excited about the egg moving and about to hatch. And I feel like if you're watching, if this was an anime, this is kind of where it would fade to black. And you get this very monotone, maybe not sepia, but this very drab Ryusenji looking out the window on a rainy night kind of visage as he's thinking back on everything. And
do you think it's the Black Agumon that's about to hatch?
Oh, probably, yeah. I'd say it's the Black Agumon, which would be really fun. And then like it's gonna be really interesting just to kind of see where it goes from here. Like I feel like we're gonna cut back to Eiji now. I feel like we're kind of done with the flashbacky stuff.
I don't think we are.
No, you think maybe
No.
we'll see what hatched, or see, I'm thinking they might
I
save
want.
that
I
for later.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking they'll do another bit of a time skip, but not by much, just
Oh,
to see what they're doing with
okay.
this creature that is hatched. And
Oh, okay. So you think we'll get to see like Saya disappearing or going DMIA or doing the
yeah, I
first
feel
mind
like
link?
this. I feel like most of this chapter is gonna be that, and then like the last two will be Eiji.
Okay. Because we still have to get Soul Loogamon out of this. He's in the
Mm.
trailer, if I
Oh, yeah,
recall.
true.
So
Yeah.
um so it's gonna be, yeah, like I'm really excited for this. And this kind of like, because this was kind of like, this I enjoy, like I'm a stickler for lore.
Yeah.
And when you're making the characters so likable and I want to see what happens to them next,
Mm.
it's
They're
just,
not just we know them now and they had a past.
yeah,
We're getting to know them in the past as well.
yeah, and I think that's going to help us relate to like our Ryusenji and our Tartarus,
Mm.
and and seeing how, like, their, I suppose, their digi destinies
Mm.
bring them back together, and
Mm.
can Saya be saved?
Mm.
Is Saya still only going to be like 20 when she wakes up?
Mm. Or is her Digicore
Or
or
is
is
it?
it is she alive in the Digicore and living right now?
Yeah, but I meant the physical body. So like,
Oh yeah, her body.
if they
Yeah,
return her soul, her digi soul,
yeah.
back to her
I
human
should hope
body.
they're giving her body like physical therapy and stuff because she
Mm.
won't. She's just gonna be paralyzed for the rest of her life otherwise.
Yeah, atrophy will have set in a
Mm.
while ago. Um, it's in Survive, when Miyuki comes to the real world for the first time,
Mm.
and it's like, no, Miyuki, it's no, love, it's been 50 years,
Yeah.
and she's like, oh no, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I want something like that, where
Yeah.
it's like she becomes like a fish out of water character or something.
Mm.
But I don't want to try and
I feel like if they're gonna save her and Leon, that'll be kind of where it ends.
mm,
Like they get them back home. Yay, triumph. The end.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to try and I don't want to fantasy book myself into a corner on this, because
Yeah.
Ghost Game let me down so horribly on that. But if we are to take the dim cards at face value,
Mm.
whatever the final battle of this is going to be, Leon is at least involved, because
Mm.
Kazuchimon has to become a weapon for Fenrir Loogamon.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like, I don't know if Saya will become like a main character, or she's always just going to be the MacGuffin that we're searching for.
Mm.
I feel like she's going to be the MacGuffin. If she becomes a character and her and the Black Agumon get to do stuff, because it's been 20 years or whatever, she has a body that's closer in age to Eiji,
Mm.
Leon, and Satsuki. That'd be really fun.
Mm.
Um,
Also, kind of depends where her mind
Seeing
is
her,
at.
yeah, well, that seeing her reunite with Kosuke like that as well, though, is
Mm.
going to be interesting. You know, what would he still does he still consider her his wife? Probably.
Yeah, like he's still searching for her. So.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, like, it's seeing how all these like different character dynamics will come together, and um yeah, and all like, I know we're 4 segments into chapter 3 already, but all they've done is kind of give me like positive vibes the the world building.
Mm.
And I feel a lot more comfortable with the world building in this than Ghost Game.
Yeah.
Because where Ghost Game's world building felt like, oh, this plate is spinning because of this thing, and they're doing this because of that, and then it goes nowhere. This
Mm.
this feels like they're building towards something greater scope,
Yeah.
because they're not reliant on, well, we only have 23 minutes to fill, and every episode has to have an evolution and a battle and a
Mm.
this and a like this. If this was an anime, this would be so very different, and
Yeah.
I
One would
don't
hope
think I
that it.
want it.
No, I'd like it as it is.
Yeah, even as a
Like.
manga or a web series, but
Yeah.
as a full 50 episode anime, I
Yeah.
don't think I want that from this anymore, because this is doing stuff that just doesn't work with Digimon TV formula.
Mm. It would have to be made by someone else, I think.
Yeah.
Someone who's like telling a story rather than telling toys.
Yeah. Because I feel what would happen with this if they made it into an anime, it would become the hack sign of the series. Now, I love dot hack, right? When someone says, "Oh, have you ever seen or played Sword Art Online?" I go, "Oh yeah, the dot hack rip off," just to needle people and get under their skin. You know, I say it in jest, but oh god, it does annoy people because media always changes, and people aren't going to know a media from 20 years ago, and it's everything's always reiterating on itself realistically.
Yeah.
But Hack Sign is an anime that outstays its welcome because it's so slow. Because it does this.
Right.
It never feels like it's going anywhere because the wheels are always spinning and building up to something else. Now, there is payoff for it, whether it's good or not is, up to the viewer. But it's just so slow and dark from what I remember. But I remember just going, oh god, I hate this character. Because all he did was cry, and all he did was just not accomplish what he was supposed to do. And and I just like, now to be fair, similar to what we're doing with the podcast, with the mainline podcast, I'd love to go back and watch it, with a more critical eye 20 years later and see if my feelings, see if I still have those feelings about it. But I feel like that's what this would become because this isn't Digimon TV formula storytelling. We've had 3 big battles: Loogamon against Satsuki, Leon against Eiji, Leon against Eiji 2 with Omegamon cameo.
Yeah.
We haven't really. It's not a. We're not doing a champion level arc or an adult level.
Technically, we had a flashback battle as well.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So yeah, no, but like it's not every chapter is not a big battle. It's not every 3-4 isn't. There's no monster of the week formula or anything like that.
Yeah,
this is a slow burning, grander story.
With these ones, I think like the last 3 would be an episode, like the flashback episode.
Yeah.
Kind of. So it wouldn't. I don't think it would make it to 50 episodes, as many chapters as we have, because some of those chapters are
like they're 2 paragraphs. Or
some of the big paragraphs, and that can be told with just an opening scene with like a visual. They're trying to describe a scene, whereas an anime will just show it to you.
Yeah.
So some of it, I think,
literally show don't tell. Like yeah.
So I think it would make for maybe a 25.
13. Maybe a 13.
Depends how long it is.
Yeah, maybe a 13 episode. Maybe a 13 episode cur. But 25. Yeah, I guess we'll see where we end up. Like,
that's so much more.
I think we're over the halfway mark. Didn't that? Wasn't something like that said a while ago?
Said like that, yeah.
Yeah, but
I haven't done any kind of word count on it.
No, but I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch Digimon Con from last year or this year even. Jesus, it was March. To see if like Seekers was it going to be a one and done story, or if it was like book 1, book 2 kind of thing, because I don't remember.
I can't remember them talking about it, to be honest.
I do, because I remember looking at the designs and going, oh, this is so grown up design wise.
Oh, I remember looking at them. I don't remember them talking about it, but to be fair, the subtitles only told us about half of what they said.
Yeah, that was kind of the problem. The subtitling for the segment wasn't great. It's like
they're chatting away and we get one sentence.
Yeah. So, but I'd like to go back and see like if this is Seekers is just going to be kind of like, nope, it's one book and that's it, or if it's like if
it might be dependent on how well it's doing, which means it's only going to be one book.
Yeah, sadly. But yeah, I think we have 3 new pieces of art, would you believe?
Wow.
And one of them we showed off before.
Oh,
so we're showcasing Seeker's art before the official source.
Yeah.
So I'll bring the browser up. We'll have a look at them. And then I think we're just ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
So
comments?
Yeah, we'll do comments. Yeah, we'll do comments before we finish up. So artwork. Okay.
You can see straight away which is the one we showed off because it's very recognizable.
Very, yeah. So because we showed that off last week, we really only have 2 pieces of art to show off. One of them is Omegamon. I don't know if I want to show that off.
Yeah.
Like, it's just Omegamon beside a vital bracelet. Like, that's why it counted. So we'll blow up this Loogamon art just to show it off. So it's really only 1 piece. It's adorable.
It is.
I like that
He's such a fat pupper. Look at him.
Yeah, he's definitely got his nose into something. Like, there's like honey or something all around him.
Yeah. Probably themed.
Yeah.
Because he's graffitied his logo there.
Yeah. Oh, it could be that. Yeah, I do like the Hacker Fan logo underneath him. So it's adorable. It is by
Hinoko 0000.
Yep. Yeah. And then I'll be nice. It's
the Omegamon.
Yeah, I am. It's by Dippermon, whose art we've shown. Oh, gosh, nope. By Dippermon, whose art we've shown off before. Yeah, there's the vital bracelet with the Seeker's strap on it, and then just a drawing of Omegamon.
He was in the chapter.
He was. I mean, it's not Seeker's art. You know.
You love Omegamon. Shut up.
What is the thing? What is the thing in Futurama? Technically correct. The best kind of correct. I do. I give Omegamon a lot of shit, but I do have a
obsession.
It's not an obsession.
An obsession.
It's not an obsession. If they made merch of other things, I'd buy other things, but they don't. I'm still salty I missed that old Force of Idramon statue. So, you know, when we finally get this move out of the way, well, I'm a go digging. Because I want that old Force of Idramon statue. It's so good. But yeah, that was it for the art.
Yeah.
So comments then. Let me swap over. We'll take a look-see.
I'm pretty sure there's one from... No, we went through the one with the names, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
There is another comment from Ali that I do remember seeing come in. But I don't know if there's anything beyond. Oh, 2? Oh, okay, maybe there is.
Okay.
Okay. So, Ali commented, well, I'm going to take a break from reading Seekers and wait for part 3-7. Okay, which I assume would be the start of Eiji with his mental problems and Loogamon probably gaining a new memory from Hell Loogamon. Also, a big forced info dump to Eiji to make sure he understands the plot. If the chapters are going to be this short, I don't there's no harm in taking a break for a couple of weeks and then do like
the last 3 chapters could have been like we were saying, it'd only be like part of an episode.
Yeah, so like for the if you're reading off your own back, you know coming back to it every couple of weeks and catching up is probably the optimal thing to do. We've committed to a weekly show.
Yeah.
So we have to do it, paragraph by paragraph or whatever they decide to drip feed us this week. But so hopefully we'll see you once you're caught up. But yeah, I can't imagine we're spending too much longer with Ryusenji's family. I guess we're gonna see Saya go DMIA and then we'll be back with Eiji.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
I think you're right though. That I know you were saying it would be like in an anime or something. But one of them is remembering this stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Whether it's Tartarus or it's Ryusenji, we'll see.
Yeah.
Do you think because he started the Sons of Chaos, right? And they're all anti-government and anti-police and blah blah blah. You think government?
Tartarus tells Yulin ACAB.
Mm. But do you think the that has something to do with the DMIA?
Oh,
Something
like
maybe
somebody interfered and
that's why she was stuck in there.
Possible.
Mm.
Not a bad theory.
Yeah, sorry, that just popped into my head right now.
Digi theory.
Don't do it again. You always feel dirty when you do that.
I do. So I'm gonna suck on this lozenge. Anyway.
They good?
Cherry ones, yeah. Yummy. So, and then Desmond, always good to see you. Says, how's the move going? Got your stuff on a Trailmon okay? Not yet. The move isn't for like another 3 weeks, 3 or 4 ish. We are currently just waiting on the person who lives in the house we're moving into to move out, but they can't do that until they get signed off to move into their new house. Yeah. So it's kind of a juggling act at the moment.
They were supposed to be moved out already, but that got pushed back.
Yeah.
So we're just stuck waiting now. So as soon as they get the go-ahead, they move their stuff, we get the go-ahead.
Exactly. Yeah, but thank you for checking in on us, Desmond. We really appreciate it. All right. Well, that's everything. So...
Oh, these are nice.
So, if you are watching this live on YouTube on Wednesday the 18th of October, we will see you tonight for our return to Digimon Cross Wars.
Yay!
And it's going to be a threefer.
Yep.
So just to remind everyone...
Should I look away?
No. It's fine. Just to remind everyone, we're going to be doing episodes 45, 46, and 47 of Digimon Cross Wars tonight. Pulsemon enters the fray. So look forward to it. And then on Sunday, the 22nd of October, Digimon Tamers is going to be back. And we're going to be doing episodes 47, 48, and 49 of Digimon Tamers.
Both of these thumbnails you have made have Pulsemon in them.
They do. I wonder if there's reasons for that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that is it for now. Everyone, if you're just here for Seekers content, we will see you back next week. Same Seekers time, same Seekers channel for Chapter 3-5.
Yeah.
So thank you all for joining in. Much love to you all. Hopefully we'll see some of you over on the live show.
Yeah.
And
say hi.
Come say hi, hang out with us for a bit, and watch some fun anime.
You don't even have to watch Cross Wars. You can just chat.
Yeah. That's valid. That's valid. Yeah. All right. Well, look. Take care of yourselves, everyone. We'll see you all soon. Much love, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. Done.
Oh wow, I haven't heard that in a while.
I know, right? Bringing back all the classics. Da 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 da.